Retired ISU mathematics professor Dr. Alexander Abian thinks poetic views of the moon just don't add up. He calculates that the lantern of the night causes mankind more trouble than it's worth. That unusual perspective places him in the company of other visionaries for whom freedom of thought is what really counts.
I am proposing to changing the orbit of the Earth. I am proposing the jolting the moon to jolt the Earth. And even if it's necessary to blow up the moon, blow up the moon.
These propositions exploded on front pages all over the world, and even here in the U.S. And if you're curious where this kind of headline originates, the man who wanted to blow up the moon, Dr. Alexander Abian, lives in Ames, Iowa. You might say Dr. Abian wants to create a paradise on Earth, a planet free of the seasonal and climatic changes that he sees as a disastrous product of the Earth's tilt.
I would say that changing the orbit of the Earth and the tilt of the Earth is absolutely important. The orbit has to be changed because the present orbit is catastrophic. And even if it's necessary to blow up the moon, blow up the moon.
He theorizes that by tampering with the moon, the tilt of the Earth could be eliminated, and with it the human suffering, such as famine from drought or floods, he feels the tilt causes.
Change is absolute necessity, and we cannot prolong the tragedies and the catastrophes which happen every minute, every day on the Earth. I want to say that definition of being alive is change, you know. Life means change, yeah. Life means change. And in a way, everything is changing. Even a dead body is probably changing. This is life. I think that progress is inevitable, and I think that human mind will always challenge the status quo, always.
He believes this will one day be possible. Conceptually, by challenging the mentality that keeps radical ideas like his out of the scientific arena, and physically, with the continuous advances of science. Abian feels we are all indoctrinated from birth to believe that the current setup of the solar system is the best one.
With the first drop of the milk of your mother, you are indoctrinated. And I am now creating a new kind of indoctrinations to challenge. And probably that will be challenged also, and that should it be.
While this Russian-Armenian immigrant, who came to the United States in 1950, has retired from his mathematics professorship, he still rides his bicycle to Iowa State University every day, continuing his work as an emeritus professor.
Well, certainly around the department, people are well aware of his extracurricular theories. He's had international TV crews here.
Perhaps some people at the university think his ideas are, well, lunacy. But at the same time, his numerous contributions to the field of mathematics can't be ignored.
Well, his reams of research papers, it would certainly be a contribution to mathematics in general.
I'm sure that every student who comes here at the first day of the scholar year has the best intentions of learning, I am sure. Unfortunately, at the end of the first day, they want just to get the diploma and get out of there, you know. They get discouraged for many, many good reasons. It is my passion, it is my love to teach, because I learn more when I teach, really. Very selfish, but this is the way that I learn. And when I learn, I also create, you know.
His creations extend beyond the sphere of theoretical and abstract mathematics. You might be surprised to find him without a pencil in hand and his nose in a book. But he finds that mathematics and music are both part of the same equation.
in music you have challenging problems, you solve them. The common denominator, common property between music, mathematics, art, science, literature, anything, is how to solve problems. For Mozart or for Beethoven to write a musical composition is to solve some challenging problems. You know, in some problems I have some solutions, yes. I have something to say and it is worth paying attention, yes.
After spending time with Dr. Alexander Abian, you might find that his way of thinking has similarities to that of past visionaries, who were also subject to ridicule and criticism. But perhaps the bottom line is not what you think, but rather how you think.
I believe in my ideas. I believe that that's the way the future is going to be. That's I believe. They think that it's impossible. That is really which kills me. 200 years ago, if we would have said to the physicists that we will land somebody on the moon, they would say that, oh, forget about it, that's only a fantasy of Jules Verne, you know. Within 2,000 years or 3,000 years, we will be able to perform the changes that I am proposing. But I will be buried and probably just a footnote in the history, yeah.